Sorry, I'm not dressed up. I've been getting arrested a lot in my ties recently, so I apologize for that. My name is Jerome Mills. I'm one of the occupiers here at Occupy San Jose. I'm involved with the media, communications, tech crew, and security. I'll try to keep it as succinct as possible. I'm not really here to hash out the bureaucratic oppression from some official who makes twice as much as our highest paid local representative. I'm not here to discuss the growing disdain from the political apathy allowing this bureaucrat to stifle our free speech. This is coming from your guys' constituency. I'm not even here to go tit for tat about how the lack of political support has helped shape our current evolution, nor revisit English class to explain how support is a verb of action and not a verb of being. I'm here to extend myself as one of the people on the security team to try to get some help with our occupation to try to make it as safe as possible. Thank you.
Rosas.
Thank you, Mayor. Esteemed council members, I am here to decry the selective enforcement of municipal code regarding the placement of structures on City Hall Plaza by the Occupy Wall Street movement. May I remind you of the commercial equipment lining the Santa Clara Street side of the plaza in the form of newspaper racks. Why are those structures allowed to remain? When Lee Tong went on a hunger strike to address a matter of considerably smaller public interest, he made us stand here as well and continued to do so for over a month without threat of arrest or confiscation. What is the intent behind the removal of visible symbols of dissent? Rather than manufacture spurious complaints about rats, officials should be concerned over the conditions of various other locations nearby that represent poor public relations exposure to the city and more essential use of resources. Protests do not happen in a vacuum. It's not quite free speech when nobody can see or hear you. It appears somebody in this chamber doesn't recognize the difference between a demonstration and a campout. I respectfully request, as a resident of San Jose, that the activists of the Occupy movement be allowed to stay as they sacrifice their comfort and now their liberty and possessions in peacefully exercising their First Amendment rights in my city. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Gil Villagran, and some of you may know me from being a founding member of the Mayor's Gang Task Force. I'm a lifelong social worker and teach this at San Jose State University. I'm a member of Occupy San Jose. I have been appointed by our Occupy General Assembly as liaison with the city to clarify our purpose, goals, and resolve issues that presently are denying our civil rights of free speech and assembly on the public property that is our City Hall Plaza. You may see Occupy San Jose as a problem to be solved by repeated arrests at 3 a.m., claiming that we are a public nuisance with camping, litter, even rats, and public urination. We deny that we committed these allegations. If we were camping, we would certainly have campfires, s'mores, and sing-alongs. We are not camping. We are occupying a minor corner of our City Hall Plaza as a free speech manifestation of the vast homelessness caused by corporate manipulation of our nation's economy. We occupy for all Americans who are not billionaires, for our very own San Jose police officers and firefighters and other city employees who have lost their jobs, and we have lost their valuable services due to vanished retirement investments that have turned our prosperous nation into austerity for the 99% of us without vast ill-acquired wealth. We occupy for everyone in this chamber, in our city, our nation. The so-called class war already happened. We lost. The American dream is beyond the reach for 99% of Americans, but we, the people, can regain our common will. Join us for the sake of our children and grandchildren. And I have a statement for the city clerk. Thank you very much.
Joseph Rosas is our next speaker. Joseph Rosas, Laura Allen.
Good evening, Council. As you said, my name is Joseph Rosas, a South Bay native and a San Jose business owner and a law student at Santa Clara University. As co-chair of the Occupy San Jose Security Committee, I'm here to request a dialogue with city officials regarding our occupation. Our members have been associated with the local transient population, and this is not correct. As the cradle of innovation, it is appalling that city officials refuse to think critically regarding these allegations and others of poor public health and safety. I invite the Council to take a tour of our site and allow our occupiers to convince you that these allegations are untrue and that you are all also part of the 99%. Thank you.
My name is Rosalind Dean. I come before you in support of Gil Villagran's statement and in support of the efforts of the occupiers. While our city faces critical budget issues, we're short on money for basic structural maintenance, like our streets. We're short on money for adequate city staffing, and we have immense pension pressures. And we're short on money for important city services. Why are we wasting money on unnecessary police action? Arresting people in the middle of the night, taking their possessions. I'm not angry at the police, they're just following orders. My irritation is to those people giving those orders. And so I would strongly suggest to whoever giving orders to the police to arrest and harass, to please stop it. Thank you.
Laurennaud, David Wall, and Elaine Brown.
Hi, my name is Laurennaud. I live about 3 miles away from here in Willow Glen, and I'm also here to support the occupiers. This is an international populist movement. The occupation here in San Jose is clean, it is peaceful, it is orderly, it is a poor use of city resources to continually try to shut it down nearly every night. If you have specific concerns about what you perceive is going on in the camp, then I highly encourage you to come down and talk to people. As you've seen, there's a security committee, there's self-policing going on, and if there are problems, people would love to address them with you directly rather than going through the police. Again, it's a poor use of city resources to do so. I strongly believe that the decision to repeatedly arrest peaceful protesters should not be made in the dark. I mean that both literally and figuratively. If that is going to be a decision of this city, then it should be brought before the city and it should be discussed rather than happening through selective enforcement of laws that are on here. So I know that you cannot directly address this now because it was not on the agenda, but I encourage you to somehow bring this issue forward and have a real discussion about it. Thank you.
David Wall, Elaine Brown, and Mark Duger.
Good afternoon. My name is Elaine Brown. I'm a Willow Glen resident, and I'm also on the legal team advising Occupy San Jose. The goals of the Occupy movement really are very simple. The 99% wish to take back the control of our economy, our political system, and our country from the 1% who have been running it for their own benefit. As a 26-year resident of this city, I am totally mystified by the city and this council's reaction to the occupation. Why are you refusing to even meet with the occupiers in order to establish a safe and well-organized occupation? Why have you responded with harassment, arrests, denial of First Amendment rights, and these rights that you so readily accorded to the Vietnamese American community when they were protesting? You're wasting our tax dollars with 10 or 15 police cars while people in San Jose are being stabbed and murdered. We were told one night by the police officers that they couldn't come down and respond to a person who was in the middle of the street because there were only 2 police patrol cars between here and Alviso. Yet you managed to get 10 cars or 14 cars, police cars, out here to arrest 4 peaceful protesters. It makes no sense. So my question to you is it really your intention to align yourselves with the financial institutions who have brought our economy to the verge of collapse and against the 99% who are trying to retake control of our economy? Is it really your intention to do this and make yourselves part of the 1% that has caused so much trouble in our country?
Sorry, your time is up. Mark Duger. Mark Duger.